हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय प्लेलिस्ट ऑफ एनाटमी जो हम स्नेल से कर रहे हैं। एंड अपर लिम्ब की एनाटमी हमने स्टार्ट कर रखी है फ्रॉम स्नेल, एंड टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डू एंड कंटिन्यू एंड एक्चुअली फिनिश the bones of the upper limb. And the topic today will be metacarpal bones, and then we also talk about bones in the fingers, which are called phalanges. So what we are actually talking about today is, if this is your forearm, then this is your wrist, and here is your, actually if I draw the diagram like that, देख लीजिए मैंने उंगली का ज़्यादा तो नहीं बना दी. So this is your hand, right? So hand में ये जो palm वाला एरिया है, इसके अंदर जो bones होती हैं, there are 5 bones in there, and these bones are known as metacarpal bones. और फिर उसके बाद जो फिंगर्स हैं, हर फिंगर में एक्सेप्ट फॉर दी थम देयर आर 3 स्मॉल फिंगर्स. ये देखें, 3 फिंगर्स नहीं, 3 बोन्स होती हैं, 1 2 3 1 2 3, एंड दीज बोन्स आर नोन एज phalanges. So metacarpals are present in your palm region. This is the area where you have metacarpals, and this is the area where you have phalanges. Okay, and they are 5 in numbers, the metacarpals, and we'll talk about phalanges when we go to them. The metacarpal bones are 5 in number. They are located between the carpal bone, यानी इनके एक तरफ wrist में यहाँ पर carpal bones होंगी और दूसरी तरफ phalanges होंगी. So they are located between the carpal bones and phalanges of the hand. And these comprise the body of the hand where the phalanges make up the fingers. यानी यहाँ जब मैं आपसे बात कह रहा था ना कि जो palm है, जो आपका main body of the hand है, that is made up of metacarpals, and the fingers are made up of phalanges. अब ये जो bones हैं, they are identified and they are labeled as being number 1 to number 5. And जो number 1 bone है, that aligns with the thumb, so that's the most lateral bone. यानी if you look at the diagram, let me see if we have a diagram. किधर है? ये दो रीजन से स्टार्ट हो गए, ऊपर चलते हैं. वी मस्ट हैव अ डायग्राम. या सो देयर इज अ डायग्राम, राइट? सो दीज आर द कार्पल बोन्स. This is your wrist area, and then identify where is the thumb area. So thumb area has to be this one, because here there are only 2 bones in the thumb, and then rest of the digits we have 3 bones, 1 2 and 3, right? ये जो bones हैं, जो मैं line draw कर रहा हूँ, इसके नीचे जितनी bones हैं, these are all phalanges, और इसके ऊपर और रिस्ट के दरमियान में ये जो बोन्स हैं, दीज आर कॉल्ड मेटाकार्पल्स. अब थंब की तरफ जो मेटाकार्पल है, दैट इज कॉल्ड मेटाकार्पल नंबर 1, एंड देन यू काउंट टुवर्ड्स मीडियल साइड. दिस इज मेटाकार्पल नंबर 2, this is metacarpal number 3, this is metacarpal number 4, and similarly this is metacarpal number 5. So this is how they are numbered from 1 to 5, from lateral to medial. The bone, the metacarpal, which is towards the thumb, is known as bone number 1, and which is towards the little finger is known as metacarpal number 5. Okay, ये बात अगर समझ में आ गई तो बात आगे बढ़ाते हैं. अब हर मेटाकार्पल में there is a base, there is a body, and there is a head. जो base है, that is actually the proximal part of the bone, and it articulates with the carpal. So अगर दोबारा डायग्राम की तरफ जाएं, so ये part देखें ना, ये मेटाकार्पल का बेस है जो ऊपर कार्पल के साथ जॉइंट बना रहा है. सब में ऐसा ही है. That's the base, that's the base, that's the base. So this proximal part of every metacarpal is known as the base, and this is the main shaft or the body, and then this is the head. So bases make joint, they articulate with carpal bone, and heads articulate with phalanges. So that is how it works. Okay, right? So what else do we need to know? बॉडी की बात हमने कर ली, हेड की बात हमने कर ली. सो हेड इज द राउंडेड डिस्टल एंड ऑफ द बोन, इट आर्टिकुलेट्स विद द प्रॉक्सिमल फैलिंग्स. अच्छा, अब ये भी है कि फैलिंग्स मैंने आपको बताया ना, 3 हैं इन केस ऑफ मोस्ट ऑफ द फिंगर्स, एंड 2 हैं इन केस ऑफ थंब. सो लेट मी चेंज द कलर. सो फैलिंग्स भी 3 कैटेगरीज के हैं. दिस वन विच इज टुवर्ड्स द मेटाकार्पल इज नोन एज द प्रॉक्सिमल फैलिंग्स. सो ये भी प्रॉक्सिमल फैलिंग्स है, ये भी प्रॉक्सिमल फैलिंग्स है, ये भी प्रॉक्सिमल फैलिंग्स है. ये फिर इंटरमीडिएट है, एंड दिस इज द डिस्टल फैलिंग्स, राइट? इन केस ऑफ थंब दिस विल बी प्रॉक्सिमल एंड डिस्टल विद नो इंटरमीडिएट. सो जो proximal phalanx है, वो articulate कर रहा है with the head of the metacarpal. Easy to understand thing, right? The first metacarpal, which is towards the thumb, is the shortest, because thumb is shortest and most mobile. The way it is kept, that you आपके पूरे hand में जो सबसे mobile part है, सारा rotation आगे पीछे, वो क्या होता है? अंगूठा, right? It does not lie in the same plane as the others, but occupies a more anterior position, and that helps the mobility. It is also rotated a little medially. All this positioning is to make it more mobile, right? Now if you talk about phalanges, काफ़ी हमने बात कर ली phalanges के बारे में already. They make up the digits या fingers of the hand. as with the metacarpals, each has a base, a body and a head, and thumb में 2 हैं, बाकी सब fingers में 3 की सारी बात हमने कर ली है, proximal, middle and distal. Now the base of each proximal phalanx articulates with the head of the corresponding metacarpal bone. So again this concept is clear. यहाँ metacarpal bone है, उसका head, और ये इसकी base है. So this is base, 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 base. So proximal side पे base है और distal side पे फिर head होगा जो कि base of the other metacarpal के साथ joint बनाएगा, right? That's an easy stuff for understanding. The base of the middle or the distal phalanx article with the head of the next, ये बात हम कर चुके हैं. They are aligned with each other. The head of each proximal and middle phalanx articulates with the base of the next most distal phalanx. So again इनकी articulation ऐसी है ना, proximal, intermediate and distal. So एक का अगर head होगा तो दूसरे का base होगा, and that's how they are connected. Now, hand bone injury, fracture of the scaphoid bone is actually not uncommon, particularly in young sporty adults. Unless it is treated effectively, the fragments will not unite and permanent weakness will be there. So it's very important point to understand. Scaphoid fractures have to be taken very very seriously, क्योंकि जैसे एज होगी, osteoarthritis होगा, तो ये फ्रैक्चर अपनी जगह पे पड़ा रहता है. The fracture line goes usually through the narrowest part of the bone where it is weakest, obviously. The blood vessels to scaphoid enters proximal and distal ends, although the body is supplied occasionally confined to the distal end. If the later occurs, a fracture deprives the proximal fragment of the arterial supply. So scaphoid की anatomical blood supply locations इस तरह हैं कि there are chances of avascular necrosis. Now this is very important. If there is a fracture or because of any other reason there is cut off blood supply, and if there are no collateral blood supply, that area will undergo necrosis. There are a few locations in the body skeleton system wise जहाँ avascular necrosis, for example femur में हम उसकी बात करते हैं, so head of femur, and similarly in scaphoid this is the other location where if the blood supply is torn it will lead to avascular necrosis. So bottom line, scaphoid का fracture has to be taken seriously. Okay, lunate bone is commonly dislocated bone, and metacarpal bones के जो fractures हैं ये भी road traffic accidents and all these things can lead to metacarpal bone fractures. The fracture always angulate dorsally because of the muscle attachments that way. हम पढ़ेंगे इनके बारे में. The boxer's fracture commonly produces an oblique fracture of the neck of the fifth and sometimes the fourth, because if you're boxing you have made a fist and that is where the impact is highest. The distal fragment is commonly displaced proximally, then shortening the finger posteriorly. Muscle attachment की वजह से finger खींची जाती है पीछे की तरफ. And there is a Bennett's fracture. It's a fracture of the base of the metacarpal of the thumb. You must remember this. Thumb finishes at B and Bennett's begins with B. So that's how I remember. When violence is applied alongside the long axis of the thumb when it is forcefully abducted, तो पूरा अंगूठा ऐसे बाहर की तरफ निकल गया. The fracture is oblique. ये details important भी नहीं है. Fracture of the phalanges are common and usually follow direct injury, अगर कोई चीज़ डायरेक्टली हाथ पे लगी है, right? So आपने देखा कि इस पूरे डिस्कशन में कहीं भी इन्होंने मसल अटैचमेंट डिस्कस ही नहीं की है ऑन हैंड, बट विल टॉक अबाउट मसल्स व्हेन वी स्टार्ट द रीजन. जब हम हैंड रीजन डिस्कस करेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली वी विल टॉक अबाउट ऑल द इंटरॉशा, डॉर्सल and whatnot, and all the long tendons and the muscles which are controlling your hand just like a robot. So we'll talk about the muscles. Don't worry, it's a very easy and I'll make it a piece of cake for you, but for now just the bones. So that finishes our discussion on the bones of upper limb, and the next topic that we are going to start will be upper limb regions. You know there are regions. For example, we have shoulder region, then arm, and then cubital fossa, and then forearm, and then wrist, and then hand. तो ये सारे regions हम one by one cover करेंगे. Stay tuned for more videos. Take care of yourself.